Good morning, Keloland. It's 11 minutes ahead of the hour. We'll get to today's top stories in just a moment. But first, let's send it over to meteorologist Scott Munt for a check on your morning forecast. Morning, Scott.
All right. Good morning, Sarah. Clear and cold across much of eastern Keloland as we have temperatures that are mainly in the teens. A couple of single digits still coming in. Sheldon at 9. We have 18 in Sioux Falls, 16 degrees in Laverne, 15 in Worthington. Parts of eastern and northeastern Keloland are in the teens as we have 15 in Hendricks, 15 in Ivanhoe, 17 degrees in Brookings, northeastern South Dakota, 14 in Aberdeen, 15 in Sisseton, teens and 20s in central and south central South Dakota. Numbers are near 30 across western Keloland. Winds are light at around 5 to 15 miles per hour, and it will be a cold or chilly day. Temperatures near 40 for highs in eastern Keloland. It will be warmer in western South Dakota. More details on the Keloland Live Doppler forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A tea business is left in ruins following a Monday morning fire that ended with a building collapse. Smoke could be seen billowing over the interstate. The tea fire chief says the flames were put out quickly, but the wind wasn't helping. He says nearby grass fires sparked from embers. Plus, the wind broke up their water streams, but that wasn't the only concern for crews on scene.
The chemical makeup of whatever chemicals they had in there, if they had paint thinners, lacquer thinners, if they had some wood products in there for staining wood, if they're doing that in there, yeah, it's all extra fuel that you anticipate it when you come to it and you see the building name as a painting company, you kind of anticipate that.
Oberle says there were no reported injuries. Crews from Sioux Falls, Chancellor, Lennox, and Worthing assisted.
Police have yet to make an arrest in connection to a Friday afternoon stabbing. The 29-year-old victim tells Sioux Falls police he was lured into a lot on 14th Street, just a couple of blocks from Cliff Avenue. That's when he was jumped and repeatedly stabbed. Police say the victim did not know his attacker. He's expected to be okay. If you have any details on the incident, you're encouraged to call police.
Rapid City received $2 million from the U.S. Department of Justice to help reduce crime in the area. This money will go towards outreach programs that have been helpful to the city and police department.
And we can't do it without these groups. This is not a case where the police just have to do everything by themselves. It's a community effort.
The grant is part of $100 million in grants awarded nationwide through the Safer Communities Act.
Gubernatorial candidate Jamie Smith spoke with members of the downtown Sioux Falls Rotary yesterday in what was supposed to be a debate between all three candidates. In a moderated conversation, Smith talked about the food sales tax, legalizing marijuana, expanding Medicaid, and abortion. Digital reporter Jasmine Jackson was at the event and compares Smith's platform with that of his opponents with this Keloland.com original online now.
There's less than a week remaining for people in South Dakota to register to vote. Secretary of State Steve Barnett says there's nearly 593,000 active registered voters in the state and more than 16,000 people who are eligible but have yet to register. Barnett says he was in favor of online voter registration to help people update voter information more easily.
I think one misconception is some people thought that once you hit submit, you're just automatically on the voter rolls. But what it is, it just goes into a queue with the county auditor, and the county auditor then processes that information. It still goes through the checks with the Unified Judicial System, Department of Health, vital records. They make sure the individual is alive and well.
You can see why the Minnehaha County Auditor Ben Kite is in favor of online voter registration in a Keloland.com original by Eric Mayer, online now.
With Election Day just around the corner, we want to help you learn a little bit more about the issues on the ballot. Amendment D looks to expand Medicaid. In next week's Inside Keloland, we'll sit down with representatives from both sides of the measure, and we want to hear from you. What questions do you have about Amendment D? Just send an email to candidatequestions@keloland.com.
An animal at the Great Plains Zoo is recovering this morning after having surgery on Monday. In a post on Facebook, the zoo says a monkey named Kai had picked up a bottle top that was thrown into the exhibit. He put it in his cheek pouch, and the cap eventually wore its way through his cheek. The zoo stressed that if someone drops an item into an exhibit by mistake, they should immediately tell a zoo employee. Objects placed in exhibits are chosen with species-specific requirements.
A Humboldt farmer passed away in June shortly after planting his corn and soybeans. Monday, friends and neighbors gathered to harvest the final 500 acres of corn. Dwayne Butch Struck was known for helping others and served on several community boards, including the fire department. One of his best friends says they got a strong response when they put the word out for volunteers.
We had to turn people down. We had so many people. The minute they heard that something was going to happen, we had more volunteers than ever. And the thing that kind of was the limiting factor was you can only run so many trucks through the elevator, can only get so many combines in a field.
Butch's family put together a huge meal to feed the volunteers and say thank you for their hard work. Volunteers also harvested Butch's soybean crop.
Keep KELOLAND Warm is already making a difference for people in need. Bishop Dudley Hospitality House is one of the organizations that gets winter coats and accessories through the program. Items are given to guests at the shelter.
The days have been pretty nice, but the nights here are getting pretty cold, so we've already had a lot of guests come in and ask for coats and gloves, hats, mittens, all that stuff.
The St. Francis House sorts the coats and works with other organizations to distribute them. To see the list of participating agencies, use the link in this story on KELOLAND.com.
Right now is the time to get your flu shot, and the Coyote Clinic is making that easier for you. Today you can stop by either banquet location in Sioux Falls for a free flu shot.
We'll be doing it from 5:45 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. We'll be offering free vaccinations and proof of vaccination should you need it, and you can get a meal there as well if you would like.
This is the third year for the free flu shot drive.
It's not even Halloween yet, but one group is already accepting donations for Christmas presents. Law enforcement in Brookings County are getting ready for the annual Christmas Kids and Cops program. This year, they hope to help 36 kids buy gifts as well as give them a food basket with everything they need for a holiday meal. Anyone wishing to donate can do so by dropping it off at the Brookings County Sheriff's Office or the Brookings Police Department.
Legendary rock band Journey is bringing its tour to Sioux Falls in 2023. The Journey Freedom Tour will perform at the Denny Sanford Premier Center on Friday, March 24th. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. And don't stop believing that warmer days are ahead, Brian.
That's right. It is coming. Let's look at our weather today. 12 degrees in Canton right now, 12 in Hartford, 12 in Lenox. It's 12 in Garrettson. It's cold. That 18 in Sioux Falls, that's the airport temperature. 14 Watertown. We'll see what these numbers do here in the next couple minutes. A few of them will probably go down a little bit more. Here on 11. And yeah, it's definitely cold. Well, let's move forward, see what's next today. 50s, Western KELOLAND later this afternoon. Our pause point at 12 o'clock. Still, though, at that time, 33 Sioux Falls. We'll hopefully end up a little bit above 40 for a high in the Sioux Falls area, but mid-50s in Rapid City. Are we cold tonight? Well, arguably so. Teens again. It's chilly if you want to use that word. 16, 17 Sioux Falls area I think is probably doable by 6 a.m. Notice Western KELOLAND, not nearly as chilly, and then the wind will pick up and temperatures back to the 60s. Pretty likely tomorrow afternoon. West of the James Valley, even Sioux Falls will try to moderate back to the middle 50s. So that's a trend that we'll just build on as we finish up the work week. 39 today, Brookings, your KELOLAND live Doppler HD forecast. 39 in Marshall, 41 in Sisseton. Those tonight, 35 Rapid City. We're down into the 20s in central KELOLAND. Teens east of the James Valley. Here comes well, look at that, 70 degrees tomorrow in Phillip, 70 also in Valentine, and from that point forward, we're going to keep marching that direction with those 70s likely for Saturday and Sunday. Do we get some rain out of this forecast by Sunday? Maybe. There's some evidence that that's growing, but we've got a little ways to go yet to hammer out all the details on that. And not necessarily a lot colder yet, even on day 7. Aberdeen, mid-60s by Thursday and Friday, and just like Sioux Falls, we'll bring in 70s on Saturday. Possibly more 70s on Sunday. That's a timing issue, along with some rain chances that may appear, and we've kind of blanketed those in the forecast on Sunday, even out into central and western KELOLAND. But certainly the takeaway there is the warmer weather. Even your overnight lows are back in the 40s. Rapid City forecast 74 on Thursday. We drop maybe a little bit Friday, but back to mid-70s on Friday. Of course, all that mild weather going to come along with some higher fire danger in the extended forecast. Guys?
Thank you, Brian. That's our time. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day.